Ziggity Zig talking his way out of silver game number 42. This is a game between myself and rawwrr. Rawwrr? Have I played rawwrr before? It sounds familiar, but maybe that's just because I think it's kind of a cool name and it's kind of interesting and whatnot. But, bleh. Something or t'other. So here's me over here. It's PvZ because I don't think we have a PvZ in a while. There's a couple other games that I wanted to show, but I do try to mix it up so that you do see not just, well, it's happened a couple times where I've got nothing but PvZs, and there was that friggin' month and a half that was all Protoss versus Protoss. But amongst that swallow of water, I do try to make sure that I try to keep it slightly diverse as I can. There is the APM. Oh wait, there's the EPM actually, as it happens. So there I go, and I'm on. I want to say Eben Valley, but that's not right. It's not Condemned Ridge. It's some kind of valley. Why can't I think of the names of these maps? I know what this one is. This is the 4-quadrant one, and then rawwrr whips out the French on me, and I'm all, I went through grade 7 French. I know how to respond to this kind of thing. So I'm all, oh, cool, found him on my first one. Okay, let's have a quick look around and try not to die. And so running through the large group of workers is definitely a good way to die. There's the production facility, and rawwrr has just started a pool on 12, which is cool, which actually means that it's probably not going to be a 14 extractor or any sort of macro build, which, that's sort of surprising, but anywho, quickly, while we're waiting for this to go through, I just wanted to say that this is happening in amongst mild worries that Hurricane Sandy is going to come up to, well, not really my neck of the woods. We're basically going to get just the tail end of it up here in the eastern part of Canada. It's going to go through most of the U.S. coast. So anyone living down there, just quick reminder to try to be safe. Because as a really awesome comedian once said, it is not that the wind is blowing, it is what the wind is blowing. Because if you or he was talking to some guy who said he was in the best condition of his life and he wanted to go and see what a hurricane was like, and he says, yeah, but the wind is coming by at 78 miles an hour, and that's all fine and good. There's my little hidden probe. It's all fine and good if you are just standing and waiting for the wind to go by. But if the wind picks up something like a car and you get hit by a flying Volvo, it does not matter how many sit-ups you've done. So there you go. There's my little humorous way of saying stay safe in hurricane winds, because my friends have gone out and played around in hurricane winds, and it's kind of fun, it's cool, and yes, I can lean into the wind, and it's all a good time. But is still pretty dangerous. So I go in for a quick second look here, then I get picked off by a queen because I'm a derp. But all I'm seeing now at the moment, and then the conversation starts off. So, he started it, so I thought I could just kind of talk about different things. There's the Overlords going for chicken check. That's right, you heard me, chicken check. There we go, having a quick peek, but I did manage to get most of my stuff up at the moment. There's my 3-gate. There's my Zealot, so at the moment I am pretty much on par for worker supply. I got my Zealot out, and so actually I think I'm just about ready for a sentry to be there, because once you got... This was a really bad wall-off is the problem, but in getting a sentry I can hopefully force field off a ramp if need be, in case there's any kind of early aggression, early play, but it doesn't seem to be... there we go. There's a few lings now. There is a second queen, so this queen is probably going to either hop down to the other base, or the queen is going to start spreading some creep. Doesn't appear to be a creep issue right there. There's a baneling nest. I did not notice a baneling nest, because over here in happy ziggity zig territory, this is all we got. So we're working on this. Happily wandering along, making a few units, getting our 3-gate robo up. So there's the 3rd gate. There's, getting all the gas, trying to stay ahead of... I was just about to say staying ahead of supply blocks, but then the man tells me that I need to construct additional pylons. So there we go. So I did, I think I was supply blocked at one point, and so I canceled my 3rd gate making units just so I wasn't waiting for it after I had the warp gate ready. And there are my units just there. So here comes rawwrr, because rawwrr has decided to make a crap ton of Zerglings and just come in with a big ol' rush on me. Now, my issue at the moment is that I wasn't quite ready for this, so what I probably should have done is when he does come my way, and he is coming my way, here comes rawwrr, because actually, oh man, those are speedlings. let me just... Yeah. That's some pretty fast speed links. Speed links is 7 minutes, but I suppose I should probably be ready for that kind of thing. I am doing well on the income level, so there we go. However, my EPM is it's up to 25. So here's what happens when I'm not fully paying attention and then there's a bunch of speed links coming down. Because they've got, haha, Red Bull gives you these. I thought that was pretty stupid. So they do try to get in here. And I cut a fair amount of them off, but I just didn't have my ranged units there with me. So that worked. However, he's now making an additional 14 of them. What I didn't make was an additional sentry, nor did I do anything with my robotics facility, because maybe at this point, starting to worry about perhaps getting, oh no, here's where I do some ridiculous stuff. I should have just stayed up there and maybe made some Colossus, because here comes my observer. He says that's one late 4-gate. Well, it wasn't a 4-gate. How was it be a defensive 4-gate? No, it was just a really crappy 3-gate. Try to set him straight. Try to do what I can, because really at this point I should have a second base up. Because I do have the worker supply. So I promise it's not a 4-gate. Here he comes. He's coming up to check and see what I've got. Meantime, oh yeah. So this is when things go for not doing so well there. Units lost. It's going to start just going crazy for me. So there they go. 975,000. And boom! There is the takeover. The army supply does it and the worker supply down. And that does it. Once again, I think we learned this lesson last week. Once again, do not move down the ramp until you're sure you can hold the ramp. So what I should have done, instead of moving down the ramp, I think Colossus. Getting out of Colossus and maybe putting up 1 or 2 more sentries up here at the top of the ramp and just sort of hold off, and then just, you know, I honestly was going to say the word bzzz my way out, because that's what it sounds like when a Colossus. Bzzz. I'm even doing it with my arms. You go bzzz, and out you go. Out of your base you go. So I saw a really fast Zergling push, and I put down a Twilight Council. This should have been a Robotics Bay, and this should have been some Colossus. And then, holding here at the top, I could have moved the Colossus up and down the ramps, picked off all of these Zerglings, and whack-a-da schmack-a-da. Actually, no, charge lots. Colossus charge lot would have done quite well. But over here in rawwrr's gate base, we had a Baneling last. I don't think there were any Banelings yet on the field. There were a smack load of Zerglings, so yeah, there you go. Read what's going on and react accordingly. That's basically the lesson that we learned from here. Nice guy, though. He sent me a few things afterwards that, if you can tell from sort of the typos, he was typing very fast, and he gave me a few interesting tips just to say, oh, you know, usually when I'm playing against Zerg, I do a 1-gate expand or forge this and that, and I try to wall off and make sure I got my stuff, or I don't quite do my 3-gate robo, and I don't put down my 3rd gate until later. Like a 1-gate robo can do it, so you're ready for it. And don't do this unless you see Roach. So he gave me all these hints and tips, but it all comes down to I'm never going to be that good, and I'm never going to worry about it. I just play the game and have fun. There's the secret. There it is. 130 bronze THWOS, and we're up to 42 THWOSes, and there's my secret. I'm not actually trying to get any better. I'm just having a good time. So, leave me a comment down below. Send me an email, ziggyzig@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter @ZiggyStarCraft. Tomorrow's game is going to be a Halloween episode, and I'm wondering if I want to do anything special for that or just have it the usual live game. I was thinking of dressing up as a different race, but I'll save that and see if anyone has any feedback for that. And so yeah, let's see if there's any feedback, then I'll do it, but if not, I'll just make it the same as normal, because honestly it's never going to get all that good. That was THWOS number 42. Stay tuned.